Hi, Charles. Welcome to another episode of Galaxy Gardens. My name is Chrissy. Today I need to bring out an extra fruit tray we have. We got this week to the chickens. It's been in the 90s, so I specifically got them a fruit tray to keep them cool because they can have melon and pineapple and grapes are their favorite. So let's go outside. I got a couple things to do. I gotta get the eggs. Gotta make sure he stays here. Right, handsome? And I need to prep a couple raised beds. You can see our hardy kiwi that I previously trimmed back is already growing back. It's doing good. The lettuce is bolting, but our green beans are coming in. It is a hazy afternoon. Hello, girls. Here we go. Got some fruit for you. Enjoy. Nice, cool refrigerator fruit. It's been hot, and the girls have been very patient. I haven't been able to let them free range lately because of the fox living under our shed. Now, fox is completely leaving them alone. It's a terrible hunter. It maybe catches a bunny here and there. I can't supervise them right now. So the best we can do is some fruit and just hang out. Enjoy, ladies. Through there you can see my crooked mulberry. That is all just growth this year. We have to give it a haircut again. Let's see how we're doing in the way of eggs. Let's see. Nice. That's not too bad. We go grab those and bring them in, and then we're gonna come back out and check out some stuff. I'm already glistening. It is so humid today, but the weather is cooperating, so I need to go out and prep some stuff so we can plant our fall crop. I don't know if we'll be able to get to it today, but we're gonna try. Also, we've been doing some hiking lately, so I want to share some shots of that with you. You know, I thought I had 3 bags of soil. I guess I just have 1.5 of potting mix left over. And some black cow that never went out. I don't think we'll be putting the black cow out today. Let me grab these, we're gonna go outside. I was right the first time. I do have 2 full bags of potting mix. So I have 2.5 bags. We're gonna go head over here. The garden is really taking off. I'm gonna be sweating this whole time, so just bear with me. I need to mow also. So I'm hoping there's not too many mosquitoes in here. But let me show you what I'm working with. We harvested our garlic, so now it's time to just take some of these weeds out, toss some of the soil on, and get planting. So that's not really what I'm gonna be showing you because that's pretty easy. Over here, we have some more corn. Doing good. Potatoes. More potatoes, more corn. It's all good. Look at my pawpaws. They're looking fantastic. Everything could probably use some water. Might do that tomorrow. The oca looks concerning, but again, remember, they fold up at the end of the day. When I was out here at noon, they were all spread out. But our lettuce is going to seed. We're starting Some tomatoes, look at those buttes. So everything is coming in. Oh, look at this. Why is the front half of the bed growing and then not the back? I suspect because it gets more sun, because the kiwi shades out the back. So moving some stuff around. And then I also got some shiso. So we're gonna let the shiso do its thing. The ground cherries are doing phenomenal back here. Get up close here. Look at that. They're just absolutely loaded. And it's the middle of July, so we're gonna have a good ground cherry harvest this year. Again, front half of the bed is doing very well. Back half, not so much. It's just not getting as much sun. So everything's going. We got our green beans coming up. They're just now putting out flower buds, but not quite flowering yet. My basil got eaten. I suspect grasshoppers, because I've been seeing those around. But everything else is looking good. We're starting to get dewberries in the woods, and our blackberries are starting to come in. Now I just need to fight the birds on them. Right here, we have a kiowa. Very, very sweet. The plant will stab you. There's thorns for days, but the berry is one of the sweetest blackberries I've ever had. I left my tripod inside. But you probably noticed this year that there's been quite a gap in between all of our videos. And it's something we've been trying to work on. It's not for lack of ambition. It's been quite a hectic year, I gotta say. And we have been working very hard in our day jobs. Greg and I, we both work full-time and do this on the side because we love growing our own food. Sweating outside, not so much, but growing our own food, yes. And so one of the things that has been useful about us working so much is that I got to pay off my student loans. I got a master's in 2020. And now 2025, it's fully paid off, which is huge because I didn't think I would pay that off ever. So we've been a little busy and we've been trying to do our best to just keep the garden alive. So we have so much planned content that we just need to find time to sit down for. We have some free weekends coming up, which is great. And today, as humid as it is, I'm going to get these beds done. And then, you know what? We can go inside and look at some seeds and see if we can get anything planted today. Okay, one done. Let's move on to this next one. I'm gonna go around the other side so you don't have to look at my shadow the whole time. So, I share all this not to, brag about my education. But rather to say, life happens. And you keep on trucking, man. I've said this before, and you've heard this from other places. Do what you can with what you have, with the time you have, with the resources you have. Things will keep going. The beauty of gardening is that things typically grow when you're not there. You give them the foundation that they need to get started, and then they just kind of take it from there while you guide them along, whether that's with weeding, fertilizer, watering, pruning, dealing with pests. That's not a lifestyle for everybody, but that's what it is. And lifestyle is really important when it comes to having property, gardening, homesteading. Think about the kind of lifestyle you want. Listen, if we were people who hated mowing the lawn, wanted to go out every night, you know, get photos with their friends every night at the club or whatever, honestly, that's definitely a lifestyle choice. That's not what we're doing. I think that's true when you pick a partner as well, if you're looking for a long-time partner. It's really important to have your lifestyles aligned. And me personally, I got very, very lucky. So part of what we do is just share what's going on with us. I wouldn't say we're workaholics by any means. Our views on work have changed dramatically over the years. Our need for work has changed dramatically over the years. But I know some of you aren't here just for the free tips and tricks. I know some of you are curious. I do gotta say, I'm so happy with how these turned out. So, even if none of the rest pick it up, these we're gonna harvest like every other day for the rest of the year. It's gonna be fantastic. Again, think of the lifestyle you want. That's what I want. I'll go outside, get some greens, give it to the chickens. Put it in soup, put it in pasta. That's all I want, and we're gonna get it this year. I'll definitely take you inside to pick out some seeds. Dusting this soil around. I am now sweaty and covered in dirt. It looks nice though. It's a bit too hot for me. I want to show you real quick before we head out. Let me just get out of here. Oh, just a state of affairs. Let's see. All of our zucchini is live and flowering. None of it has been eaten by rodents, so that's fun. Gonna get a bunch of that soon. Cardoon is doing its best. So why cardoon is difficult is because it stays that size forever. And it's gonna stay that size probably till about mid to late August. And then they're gonna just erupt. They're gonna go through a huge growth spurt. Every time I grow it, I'm like, oh my God, this thing's never gonna grow. Every single time it does, it's just great. So usually for like the first month while it's getting acclimated outside, you gotta be careful with it. At this point, they're gonna be indestructible. And then you can see we have our peppers. Peppers are doing good. Some of them are flowering over there. Our vining things are vining. We got cucumbers coming in. I actually got a little guy down here. You see that? See that beaut? You can take a picture of that. What a beauty. First successful cucumber in how many years? Jeez. I try with the cucumbers. I used to be really good at growing cucurbits and squash. And then something happened where I could grow the fancy varieties. And then just the simple stuff was beyond me. Let's hope we get cukes this year. And then back here, our cilantro is going to seed, so we'll have some coriander. Carrots are hanging in there. A little bit of lettuce is hanging in there. Some of it's flowered. Ooh, radishes flowered. Again, this is an experimental area. Gotta get some mustard seeds. So yeah, it's going all right. It's horseweed's getting out of control. Salad brunette's good. I suspect my salsify did not take off. So unfortunately we won't have that, but I do have lavage coming in. So yeah, everything back here is looking good. It's funny, I go by other houses in the neighborhood, and I know I planted my stuff late. I did that on purpose. Not the tomatoes. Tomatoes I did not do on purpose, but most of this other stuff I did. And you know, people have these huge lush zucchini plants. Their tomatoes are freaking huge. That's okay. We're playing the long game. I'm trying to get things past when the squash bugs are coming out. Usually they come pretty hard at the beginning of July. I haven't seen any yet. So our little corner here is looking great. All right, come on over. Check this out. Oof, not good. You might be asking me, hey Chrissy, we've seen your other garlic videos. You usually braid those up and have them separated by variety. And you'd be correct. Not this year. Our garlic, for however much I fertilized it and watered it and weeded it, was very small this year. Could not tell you why. We know clearly some kind of nutrients issue. But you know, the last couple of years I've been thinking of just getting new ones. So all of this, we're gonna clean up, bring inside and dehydrate. We're probably gonna pickle some of it just to have some garlic in the fridge we can use really easily. But just make garlic powder. Maybe this is the year I don't get my garlic, but I get cucumbers. The universe is like, you get one, but not both. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I got jokes. But yeah, that's what our garlic looks like this year. The air conditioning is very nice in here. So just another note on the garlic. We gave it a nitrogen heavy fertilizer so the leaves can get bigger, put more work into developing the root. I think if we had given them more of a balanced one, it would have worked. We also, compost, new soil added to the beds. It had all the indications it would be a good garlic year, but it's just not, and that's all right. Like I said, I've been thinking about replacing what we've had for a while. The varieties we have are okay. I didn't think the specialty ones like the Chesnick or I think we had like a music variety. I didn't think that the flavor of them was worth enough the hassle of dealing with tiny cloves. They were great. If you want, I'll put in the description. We actually did a taste test video of all the varieties that we had. But for just like general purpose use, that's all we want. I don't care. So if you have recommendations for garlic, or if you actually have a garlic strain at home that you'd be open to sending us, we can get you an address to send it to. We would love that. Please send us your recommendations. I have a few in mind. I hate buying garlic because every time I've ever buy it from somewhere online, could be a reputable seed dealer, whatever, eBay. I don't think I got any on eBay. They just send like the smallest, most decrepit head. It's usually like pretty expensive for like one head of garlic. And then you get like, I don't know, maybe like 6 to 8 cloves off of it. Maybe half of them are viable and actually make it to spring, and then I have to like keep dividing them. So if somebody has like real like solid head of garlic they can send me or recommend me to get, that'd be great. And I'm not gonna give any of the big sailors any grief. I'm sure people have seen that on their own, but that's okay. So that's the plan, and we actually should probably order that soon so we can plant it soon. I was thinking of maybe starting a soft nut garlic next year, just see if it'll go through the season, but I don't know if they have enough warm months for that. Anyways, that's what's on my mind. I'm gonna go get my tripod, and then we're gonna go through the seeds that we'll be planting for our fall lettuce and root crop. We have a rare scout sighting here, and my early spring self was kind enough to me now and put all of my fall seeds to the side so I don't have to dig through everything. So let's see what we got. We have tatsoi, which is a mustard, Mizuna. Ooh, I have a variation of the Mizuna, both mustards. Now those are so incredibly sensitive to the heat. I mean, they just flowered and went to seed like nothing in the spring. So they'll do better in the fall once they get going. Debating starting some inside versus outside, just because I can temperature control in here a bit better. I will consider my options. I have a lettuce mix. What is this? Here's my other lettuce. Yeah, here we go. We have a lettuce mix. Bronze Guard leaf lettuce. That's pretty good. Butter Crunch. It's a classic. It's fine. Oak leaf lettuce. Oak leaf lettuce, if you've never grown it, I highly recommend it. It tastes great. It's honestly very hearty, and it looks like you're eating oak leaves, so that's fun. Slow Boat loose leaf. Tango leaf. I love my frilly lettuces. Cimarron romaine lettuce. That is actually one of the ones out back. It didn't get very large, but it's also not flowering, so we're gonna see what happens. Black seeded Simpson and La Rasa leaf. These are marigolds. So you can see we have a ton of lettuce. All of my lettuce, I honestly don't usually care what it is. Once I know what I have planted that I like it, I just let it go to seed. It will reseed itself. I'll save the seeds, I'll use the seeds. This is just what I thought to try this year. So let's see how that's mixed. And then we have our carrots, you know, red, couple types of orange ones. Good carrots. Not very good at the beets, but we'll give the beets another go. Some more carrots. Radishes. For where I live and our little, you know, microcosm of a climate in our backyard, the best time of year for us to do radishes is usually around like the last week of July, maybe first week of August. Direct sow them. Then I'll be harvesting them, I mean, say like October. They can stay in the ground till November. I'll get absolutely massive radishes. So that's what we're gonna be doing. So we have the Bartender Red. I'm not the hugest fan of these. I just had an extra packet. These are pretty spicy. Very, very spicy. If you like spicy radishes, this is it. Daikon. These are Daikon variety. As a Bora King. That's a purple daikon. Delicious. We have our Korean variety, the Changdu. Fantastic. I don't remember if I made a video about it. I think I did, where I made ponytail radishes. You know what? I think I had a video where I was preparing everything, but then I made ponytail style radish. And that's very spicy, and you actually like leave the leaves at the end. Look up a recipe online, they're great. I definitely have a picture of them somewhere. More beets. Alpine Gold is one I wanted to try. I love daikons. I'm gonna, you know, if we're successful this year, which we should be in getting some more, I'm gonna shred and dehydrate some. Oh, China Rose, that's also a very good one. It can be a little bit spicy. I find the spice is more in like the peel of the radish, but it can also be pretty mild. This is a very tasty one as well. That's it. Oh, that's a fatale that needs to go away. Sparkler radish. What is this? This is just tiny, like French radishes. So that's it. I think I've had about my fill of it being humid and hot. So probably this weekend we'll be going into, what's the day I'm recording this? Today's the 17th of July, 2025. So this weekend we're looking at, probably not the 18th, like 19th, 20th. So we have 2 more weeks of July going. This is gonna be a mid-July planting, but you know, when you're planting radishes, do like 2, maybe 3 seeds, space them out every like 6 to 8 inches. Carrots, sow them pretty, not too heavily. Sow them pretty close together, and then you can thin them out later. Lettuce, if you're trying to grow a head of lettuce, I cannot help you. This is not the channel for you. If you're trying to grow cut and come again lettuce, I got you. Sow it very thickly. Just sow it thickly. It will sort itself out. You will be able to do a cut and come again lettuce. Again, if you want a head of lettuce, I don't think that's the most efficient use of space, so I don't do it. I'm gonna have to advise you to check out other YouTubers. So this is what we're growing. It's all good stuff. Grow vegetables with color in them. Just more nutrients. That's why I love Swiss chard. And it's fun. But we're gonna get this fall garden going. If I wanted to, and if you wanted to, if you're in a similar climate to me, we used to be Zone 6B, now we're Zone 6A in Western Massachusetts. Other things you could get going, like right now, like start them right now. Start some summer squash, you know, yellow squash, zucchini. If you take care of it in about 2 months' time, early September, you should start getting some in. Again, you know, we get those random cold days in September, so just be mindful that you'll have to cover them. Another thing you could start now, which I probably would have wanted to plant maybe like a week or 2 ago, but you could still do now, are green beans. Get those going. You'll get at least 1 flush before the end of the year. Kales and all that, honestly, I wouldn't start this time of year unless you have a cold frame. And most everything else for us should be on autopilot until about September, maybe October, before we have to deal with it. Potatoes, those are going to be coming in soon. We're going to make some changes for next year too, but we got a good thing going on right now. Wanted to show off our elderberries. Look at these. These are hefty. They're a lot bigger than I thought they were going to get. So yeah, we have a lot of berries coming in. They need some time to go. I mean, look at it, it's endless. And then our other one here. So I figured it out. I believe one's called a York and one's called a Ranch elderberry. This one I believe is the York and the other one is the Ranch. So these are smaller. But yeah, some perhaps are starting to ripen. This one, I don't know how I can do this. Oh, let's see. There we go. You see that? Isn't that cool? Would you believe me if I told you I had to shoot this ending or outro 3 times? This is now my 3rd time doing it. Let me tell you why. We now have 3 animals in the house. We have Scout. That's our little fuzzy little guy who gets her lion cut. We have Boo. She's a little black cat who may not really be a cat, who's very fluffy and loud. And we have Charles. Okay. 3 animals. Guess what they did the whole time? Anywhere I went, they're nudging me. They're rubbing their head on the camera, yelling in the background, which is fine. I love them. They just want attention. But oh my goodness, we don't even have kids. I need to emphasize, like, we don't even have kids, and I'm getting all distracted by the animals. They all seem to be preoccupied, but now I've been reduced to sitting on my staircase, so welcome. I just wanted to come and say thank you for joining me today. I actually was not planning for this to be a video where, just yapping about. But I really wanted to give you a good idea where things are at right now. I would, with all my heart, love to do this as a full-time thing. I mean, we're just regular people, Greg and I. We work, we go home, we try to find time for hobbies, and I don't have like a whole production crew behind this. I don't have the same kind of motivation that I probably would if I wanted to do something like this when I was 20. We're doing the best. We figured out how to post it on YouTube and have been somewhat regular, so honestly, that's a win. I would love to do this full time. I think that might be a conversation that'd be more realistic for next year. We're not quite at that point yet, so we fit it in where we can. And despite how hot it is outside, I just feel so lucky that we have the land that we do. It's not, in the grand scheme of things, think of how many people in the world actually like have any type of land. It's not that many. We're very fortunate here. And what are we on? Somewhere, I think like half an acre. We're just so grateful for it and want to take care of it as best as possible, grow on it, do as much as we can on there. So I appreciate that you join us for that. I'm very much trying to find time to finish the other things that we have planned. For example, I still need to activate my website. Did I pay for it for this year? Oh, I did. Is it active? Nope. We're almost there. I have like one thing to do, so it's not that bad. I just need to like do it because we're over halfway through the year now. And it's not cheap to run a website, let me tell you that. It'll be on the way, so bear with us. We appreciate you. And I just need you to know that I would so love to see where your garden is right now, your little harvests. I see all the little videos online of everyone in 6B just like struggle busting it right now. And to be honest, we're not really harvesting anything either at the moment. I've been foraging like nonstop. And as far as like everything we're growing, we're gonna get in like August, September, October, so we got some time to go. I want to see where you're at. Show, please, weedy, not weedy, big harvest, tomatoes, whatever. I want to see it. Send it to me here. Send it to me on Instagram. I'm on Instagram every day. You can send it to us on Facebook. I think it should go through. I think I have the messenger set up. Yeah, you should be able to do it there. Post, comment. I want to see. Show me, please. I'm greedy for photos. I want to see how you're doing. And, again, if there's any kind of like garlic you might have that you might want to share with us, we'd really appreciate that too. Now, if you remember last time, I mentioned there's a change with our Epic Gardening code for the discount. So don't use Galaxy Gardens anymore. That won't work. But if you do click the link in the description below, it'll give you like a one-time use thing, and you'll still get the discount. So it's actually a little easier that way, because when you click it, it brings you right to the store, and you just click all the stuff you want, and it'll automatically play it when you check out. So there's actually one thing I'm going to be doing with them that I am going to hustle and try to get in before the deadline, and hopefully we get picked. I don't know. We'll see. Something we need to also find time for. So whatever. Definitely would love if you used the affiliate link. Get some stuff on discount. Like I said, for all the different types of things you could start right now. If you ran out of seeds, go get it. I believe they sell live plants year round. So check it out. We got other links down in the description as well. You can check out too. So I'm gonna go. I haven't even had dinner yet. Like, how I fit this in, I don't know. But I managed to fit it in a dog walk. I got the chicken eggs. There you go. Those 2 big ones. All the animals are fed. All the animals are watered. Is my house clean? Somewhat. It's good enough. So I'm gonna go make some dinner. So whatever time of day you're watching this, just know this is about 7:30 on Thursday, July 17th, 2025. Marking it. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you next time. Bye. Oh no, don't be shy. You're just headbutting me. Hey, hello. There's the other one. You know, they're always staring at me. And they know when I'm gonna shoot. And they turn around. Yeah, I'm talking to you.